Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Easy Allies podcast on this lovely end of June day. Happy you're all here. I'm Michael Huber, the host, joined by Daniel Bloodworth.
Hello. This time the dramatic pause came with my name.
Yes, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Making it all happen in the control room, we got Isla Hink.
What up?
We got Don Casanova.
There he is.
And somewhere braving the Los Angeles traffic, Gabby Montude. She'll be here.
Yeah.
She'll
I don't
be
think
here.
on camera we didn't say Damiani's out sick today, though.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Damiani. Yes, Damiani
Yeah.
is not feeling well. Nothing too terrible, but he's just resting, recovering.
Yeah.
So that's that.
No need to push it.
Yeah. We just moments ago.
Push it.
I don't even know what that's from.
It's a song. You've never heard that song?
You've
sure.
heard that song.
You have heard that
If
song.
you've been in a fairground in the last 25 years, or 35 years maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Of course. Okay. Of course.
Push it.
Oh my god. All right.
Salt and pepper.
We moments ago finished the Capcom Spotlight stream
And cut it from the show.
yeah,
We cut
Blood
it from the
struck it from the records, struck it from the lineup because a lot was not said on that, but you know,
We saw a trailer that we already saw.
yeah, and some cool Monster Hunter stuff. Monster Hunter is looking like it's gonna have a couple good months here coming up.
Yeah.
But this week's topics are Bloodworth of the Dawnwalker. So hyped on this game. Holy moly.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see it for a while, so I'm glad we actually got like a 15, 20
Yeah.
minute chunk. Yeah.
Also, Bloodworth message. A lot of blood in today's episode.
Yeah, Week of Blood.
Yeah. Lies of P. Overture, the
Right here.
DLC. That's right. Flex it. Excited to mainly talk with Gabby about Rematch because we have been getting into it.
Nice.
Addicting. Cannot
real
stop.
fun to watch the other night. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And we played even a lot more after that. It's like we've been grinding. And then you played a little Cyberpunk on Switch 2. The Switch 2
Got
takes
some
keep coming.
thoughts, played around with all the little modes, lots of different control schemes in there, which is the thing I was the most curious about. Because like I saw it at the New York event, but it's a little different to like get it home, play with all the other things that they got going on.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have, like at the event, they just had pro controllers, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I wanted to check out this other stuff.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. I love how Mobius says that in Loki. I always repeat it that way. Let's get into this. The Blood of Dawnwalker. Saw a big old gameplay reveal. 15 minutes of gameplay from Rebel Wolves, which includes a number of staff who previously worked at CD Projekt
I don't know
Red.
why I put 15 on there. It's 21 minutes. Why
21
did I
minutes.
put 15? I don't know. Whatever.
That boy's a Leah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, there's the intro isn't that long.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Blood, what are your thoughts on this before we get into the nitty-gritty details of what we saw? What's your initial take?
All right, the two sort of dumb takes,
'Cause-
nitpicky weird takes. Why did you go out and make a guy with the almost same hairstyle as Geralt?
It's a nod.
It's
That's all
sort
they
of.
know how to do.
It's just a weird thing.
It's a nod.
Also, the
Geralt doesn't own that hairstyle. Also, Geralt can have many hairstyles by
it's
going to the
true.
barber.
It's true, but it just makes you think that like, oh, this looks like The Witcher at first, even though it kind of doesn't.
They
play
want
like
they
The Witcher,
want you
know?
to make that comparison. Why would you not want to be
Yeah.
in the same sentence as one of the most celebrated games of
Also,
all time?
their company is called Rebel Wolves. It's just like, yeah, we're the guys that left CD Projekt Red and started our own studio. But the other thing, and you can even see it in this shot, the thing that's bugging me the most right now,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it'll be fixed or whatever.
Yeah.
It's noon and it's freaking dark. It looks like it's 9 a.m. or
Yeah,
7 a.m.
pitch
or
black
something.
over
Like,
here.
and even if you like look later, like you see like very long shadows, and like I don't understand. It doesn't look
HDR
like
lighting
noon.
issues. I've
Even-
had that problem
HDR is
with
bad.
No,
Like-
it's not HDR. It is the actual lighting of the world. Because even in the church,
Yeah.
you see lighting come through windows on one side of the church, big light beams. Other side of the church, the windows are dark.
Yeah.
So
So they need to get their lighting in
They
order.
need to get their lighting to match their time of day because it says noon.
Yeah. I've been running into that problem with the Pirate Yakuza. Just like it's like really, really bright or really, 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 really too dark. It's like too much. It's out of control.
But it's not even that. It's not the brightness that's bugging me.
Yeah.
It's just like the shadows are wrong.
Yeah.
The direction of them is wrong.
It's funny, the combat's looking like Witcher 1 a little bit, Bloodworth. Wild.
No, the combat actually reminds me of For Honor a little bit.
Nice. Yeah.
Because it's directional. Like your sword
Yeah.
swings and your blocks are directional.
Sick.
And then your skills, it actually completely pauses the combat there. So that one's burning blood. So that's kind of like a poisonish kind of thing. Like they just damage over time.
Dots. More dots.
There was one that's acrid dust where you just like toss dust in a guy's eye, which is nice.
Hell yeah, dude. Some blood sport shit.
And then this last one that they show, you just behead a guy. Just take his head right off. That's very Witcher there.
That is.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The way the head was like rolling around in the air.
But Huber, those skills, they take health. You have to burn HP to use your skills there. So that's nice.
Yeah, like the blood boomerang in Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
Quote, always a price to pay for manipulating reality. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the premise, and we saw in the corner there, it said days to rescue your family 22.
Yeah.
I love that objective, by the way. You have 22 days to do this. As a Dawnwalker, not a Daywalker like Blade. Cohen is neither fully human nor entirely vampire. So, Blade. By day, he can wield both a sword and use magical runes in the form of bloody scars etched on his skin. However, at night, Cohen embraces his supernatural instincts and unlocks an entirely new power set. His nocturnal abilities include lethal vampiric claws and shadow step, a skill that allows him to swiftly navigate across rooftops,
Yeah,
dude.
so they don't get into
sick.
they don't get into the night stuff until much later, so probably won't be in sync, so don't worry about
Do
that.
you want me to skip ahead to it?
No, I think it's fine. So like at night it's like Wolverine claws.
Yeah.
But the shadow step stuff, it's kind of like Blink in Dishonored.
Yep.
But there are some other ones in there that are kind of crazy, Huber. There was one that they call plane shift.
Plane shift.
And you can just straight up walk on a wall or walk on the ceiling.
So rad.
Just like you're walking on the ground.
Dude, it's so cool.
So that's going to be crazy to
let me
think
have
about.
let me have all those vampire abilities.
But see, here's
Bloodworth.
what I'm talking about, the shadows.
Yeah.
See the long shadows?
It's rough.
Like, this is not noon. It's not noon.
Yeah. Blood's upset about this, and I stand with Blood.
Yeah.
I stand with you, Bloodworth.
But you're talking about the 22 days.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. They talked about it's not like a ticking clock so much as a resource. And throughout this whole thing, like, you don't really see time advancing. So I think I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I think it's like, yeah, when you do a quest, then it like ticks up to the next time of day, rather than it just like going.
I love a medieval town. Open world dark fantasy set in medieval Europe. I
Yeah.
just love this. I love
Oh yeah,
this.
this dude with the horns. I don't know how to say it. They said it. It's like some kind of like Polish monster kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I always loved that. It's one thing that I loved about Witcher 3 as well. It's
Yeah.
like just introducing these monsters like we had never heard of,
So
because
cool.
like that folklore just never made it around to us.
I always laugh when you're like, some real high octane gameplay right here. Right?
Yeah,
just
for
like
real.
we're just walking through this town.
High octane RP walking.
Yeah. But I
No one
really
will ever walk this slow.
No.
Ever.
Sometimes though, when I'm playing a game like The Witcher 3 in the daytime, sometimes in a town square specifically, I'll kind of RP walk it out.
Yeah.
but not the whole way through the town.
Not the whole way. They did talk about, like, if you listen to what's going on with some of the villagers and stuff, there will be kind of, like, leads, essentially, to, like, other quests and treasures and things like that. So that's nice.
Like, it's one of the most rewarding things when you feel like you discovered an item or a secret or, like, a full-on quest that isn't even marked on the map, but you went in a building or you overheard someone and followed those breadcrumbs. I love that stuff so much, bud.
Yeah. And then this one of the things that they brought up a couple of times was going into this church. They said that, like, you're not wanted by the vampires yet. You're still kind of incognito.
Off the radar.
Yeah. So I think that's interesting that, you know, the deeper you get into the game, that, like, you're going to have this wanted level that starts popping up depending on what you do.
Super obsessed when a vampire is in a church.
Right.
It's just a vibe. It's just an intense vibe.
This blood baptism creepiness.
All about it. Combat features directional swings, like you were saying. For honor.
That stuff.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, it's 3 skill trees. There's a human skill tree, a vampire skill tree, and then one that's like shared perks. The
dialogue.
They had this dialogue thing with the priest after the cutscene.
Love this.
And there was like 3 options. What was interesting is the first option they picked, you can choose like whether to acknowledge whether he knows you or not. It's like, you're mistaking me for someone else.
That's so fun.
But they get to the end of the conversation and the priest uses your name, and it's like that was subtle. Like,
gotcha. So now we all know that the priest knows us. So I guess we should use our real name. Everybody, spoilers. We got it.
Maybe.
We got him.
Maybe.
So cool.
And then they show like the upper level of the cathedral. Yeah. And like you can see it when you're in the daytime, but as a human you can't get up there. So like, that's where you use all the crazy walking on walls,
such a great
going
premise.
across the rooftops at night to get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a cool idea, just not only narratively, but gameplay, like you're saying, where in the daytime you don't have access to those abilities, and then by nightfall you can completely change your approach on how to deal with
you can probably jump to the night stuff now.
So cool.
Because that felt much more like Assassin's Creed-y, like jumping around on the rooftops and stuff,
sneaking in,
and the blink, and then they also had the Witcher vision, where like you like see some
detective
blood trails and footsteps and stuff there.
Yeah.
What else was there? We talked about that. We talked about
the feeding on blood.
Yeah.
Yes. Obsessed with this.
So
obsessed.
In vampire mode at night, your health bar will change, and so you have like these 3 different parts of the meter. And they're saying if you don't feed, then you will at some point lose control and just grab whoever's there. So you could be talking to some important story character and just grab. You're just so hungry that you have to bite them.
It's so intense. That is so hardcore.
But you could also, when you're feeding, because they showed this thing where you're like feeding on like just some like random drunk by like a fire.
Yeah.
And you can choose how long to feed.
Yeah.
So like you can just feed a little bit and he'll get knocked out. He'll wake up in the morning with
no
a bad
witnesses.
hangover.
Drain him.
Or you could fully drain him. But then they say you could also like feed on animals. You could feed on other creatures.
Okay,
you could
so you
feed
could
on
go
vampires.
So you could go full angel vibe of in Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
No humans.
Right.
Feeding on rats.
Right. There are blood vials too. Bloodborne, shout out. But I don't know how. I don't know exactly how common those will be. Mm-hmm. What you got to go through for that.
Yeah.
And towards the end, they got into this. They got into the cathedral and they got to the boss fight.
Yeah.
And
maybe you could fast forward to that. At least the boss.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever you guys tell me to do.
Boss it up.
Unless you told me to do something and I missed it.
Yeah, there's all good. Fed on the guy there.
Saul Goodman.
When we get into the cathedral.
Did I miss something?
No.
Yeah, this is good. This is good.
This is great.
Yeah, so you're like, You're stealthing around on top of the cathedral. They did mention something about some of the...
This is some Batman vibes.
Yes.
This is Arkham right here.
They mentioned something about some of the murals being covered up for one reason or another, so I'm curious, like, what they were hinting at there.
Yeah.
That the vampires didn't like those murals.
Totally.
But yeah, so here with this woman...
Vampire lore is so awesome. And I love how it changes, too, depending on story is being told.
She calls you out.
So I'd love to see just how deep they go.
She just sees you over there, like, what are you doing in the corner? You think I don't know you're there?
Didn't come here to talk.
But you can, they did say that, like, you can get through here stealthily. You can, like, try to, like, catch up to her when her guards aren't around. They do say that, like, you could defeat her at this point, but it's like crazy difficult. Like it's way above your level.
But you can, Blood.
Yeah. They also said that you could, because the whole thing is about going into that castle and getting your family back.
Yeah.
It's almost like Breath of the Wild or something. They talk like you could maybe like pull it off
right away,
right at the beginning of the game, but
yeah,
you know it's going to help if you go around and gather allies and build up your strength.
That's so fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you can
good kills with the claws.
Yeah, see those Wolverine claws here now.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah,
a lot of dodging, blocking, parrying, slicing.
Yeah,
what you'd expect.
Limbs coming off.
Yeah,
and then the skill things, like you need to attack to regenerate those.
Yeah.
So like your skills need one of those yellow pips in the corner.
Yeah. So balancing
and then they're
aggression
also on a cooltime
and defense.
as well, or a cooldown as well for each skill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she had that blood whip.
So cool.
Flipping around out there.
The Dark Mistress.
Xanthe.
Top 10 Dark Mistresses.
Oh, and she's pulling the blood out of the guards' bodies too.
So rad.
To heal herself.
Cool mechanics.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And then like the other kind of big thing that I like really wonder how this is gonna pull off.
Yeah.
Is they talk about there's no division.
You are dead. Love that.
There's no division between main quests and side quests.
Yeah.
Like it's all just like all of these things are just as important as one another. It's up to you to decide what you want to do first, what you want to pursue first.
I really love that.
Yeah.
I really, really love that. Like if they had even, I could see them doing that in The Witcher 4 when that comes out, because, we always talk about the side quest of Witcher 3, how, you're hunting some monster or whatever, and it feels important and it feels like a main quest. Why put it in a separate category?
Yeah.
Obviously because it's not integral to finish the game, but yeah, the way they're talking here, how it all kind of just blends together, I think is really awesome.
Well, it's not just that. It's like these things they're talking about. There's all of these different variables, all these pieces of the quest. So it's like if you've met these characters and done this quest for them, it's going to change this other quest here. If this person's died, then
so cool.
Maybe this quest won't be available, or maybe it'll be available in a different form. Like all of these different factors. And they said too, like when you do the quest, because you could do it towards the beginning of the game, or you could do it towards the end of the game.
Yeah,
it's all going to change based on these variables, and that's the kind of like pie in the sky stuff. It was like, I hope you pull this off.
Same.
I doesn't feel like I'm seeing the scenes when I'm doing it too much. I
agree. Yeah, it's all gonna come down to even the writing. It's gonna come down to the writing, and how all these quests kind of blend together. Very excited for this game, Blood.
Yeah.
Is there a date?
Just said 2026.
That's
right. I think that's it. It's
2026.
Yeah.
2026 stacking up.
It is.
Continuing with more Bloodworth.
Right.
Blood Message. What's going on with Blood Message, Bloodworth?
Out of nowhere, man.
Yeah,
Out
dude.
Nowhere.
This shit looks sick.
Yeah.
This shit looks sick.
The first AAA game from NetEase, at least according to them. This thing, it looks like a mix of Uncharted and Ghost of Tsushima or something to me. Mm-hmm. Like it's very, very high production quality.
Yeah, it looks high budge.
And lots of those like kind of like cinematic set piece moments. There's like this part where like they do some puzzle and the ceiling starts caving in and all of that kind of thing. Very high quality character models to the point
Yeah.
where I'm like, I'm doubting that it's going to look like this in game. This is pretty crazy.
Where's the
looking.
downgrade?
Yeah, right. But it looks really, really good. 5 million views already on this freaking
Jeez.
video.
Jeez.
Like, or at least it was like
Yeah, look at this game, everybody. It's
4,917,000 or something when I
Yeah.
saw it this morning. So, but yeah, also father and son kind of thing. So got a little bit of the Kratos and boy going on.
Kratos and boy.
But their description here, and then 24 Entertainment Linan is a studio that's working on it. Cinematic, single-player, linear, story-driven action adventure introduces a forgotten odyssey of loyalty and survival where players join Dunhuang's uprising, taking control of a nameless messenger and his young son in this immersive third-person action adventure. Caught in the crossfire of a righteous uprising and driven by loyalty to both family and country, players will embark on a perilous eastward journey to deliver a message that holds the fate of their war-torn homeland. Final years of the Tang Dynasty, traveling around 1,000 miles back to Chang'an, the heart of the Tang Empire.
So cool.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. Like I always love history, So anytime a game is set in another country, another time, I always just have an extra level of interest.
I'm curious what you think of this combat here. The thing that sticks out to me is this like shoulder charge, and like there's a lot of things here that aren't just swinging a sword.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's why I'm like, okay, is this real? Like, how is that gonna play out?
Yeah. Probably fist weapons, bladed weapons. Mm-hmm. There's clearly stealth we've seen going up, snapping that dude's neck.
Yeah, it's a bit of that.
Yeah.
It's definitely like one of those games where it feels like it's trying to do a bit of everything in that action adventure kind of tool set.
Yeah, what is the actual flow of combat is such a question.
Just like Tomb Raider looking stuff with this woman here too.
Yeah. Because those, what was it, Crimson Desert? Like some of the trailers showed combat, but it was like cutscene combat, and it's like all fast and crazy, and people are going out of control. But then when you're in the game, it's just like, all right, hacking and slashing them.
Right.
So it's like, what is the difference here between these in-game cutscenes and actual combat, for sure?
Yeah.
Very intrigued, Blood.
Avalanche, Firewalkers. It's got a lot. Oh, this thing too, where he's
Indiana
like
Jones vibes.
cutting the wagon wheel off as it's going.
There's like so much going on, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this is
trailer.
this is an Uncharted game. Man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like you said, out of nowhere. I mean, could we have another Wukong on our hands? Just this game that doesn't come out of nowhere exactly, but comes out and is just a massive success.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be huge.
Yeah, I think so
unless
too.
it completely falls apart when we see actual gameplay.
Yeah,
but like if the gameplay like even remotely holds up, I think we're looking at something that's big.
Hell yeah, excited.
What else? They're hyping up unsung heroes, not emperors or generals, but ordinary people driven by extraordinary resolve.
It's like we're just nobody.
Yeah,
I dig it. Cool.
Yeah.
The world has heard too many stories of emperors and generals. Blood Message is an ode to the unsung heroes. Is so good. So excited. Take that, Nobunaga.
Yeah, we do hear about Nobunaga a bit too much, right? Since we cut Capcom, you want to do a release me? I gotta release me.
Is it the thing?
I mean,
you were telling us about?
Earlier, yeah, before we were live.
Oh yeah.
Do it.
Here we go. Release me. So if you don't remember this, 'cause it's been a minute since we've done any of these. Basically, I will get to reading, and then they will say release me when they can't deal with it anymore. So try to at least stick in there for a little bit. But when you have to go, like when you hit the thing that makes you get out. Air Console and Audi drive a new era of in-car gaming. In-car gaming featuring Pictionary Car Party hits the road as Audi enables passengers to play safely while in motion.
Play safely while in motion?
This is a terrible idea.
Zurich, Switzerland, June 26, 2025. Air Console and Audi mark a new milestone in in-car entertainment with the official launch of Air Console's interactive gaming platform in selected Audi vehicles, bringing fun social games that everyone in the car can play together using their smartphones. Why do you need the car? Starting today, Audi owners can... Starting today!
Starting today?
Starting today!
Hang on, let me go to the parking lot real quick.
Audi owners can access a
Live
rich
review.
selection of games, including Mattel's Pictionary Car Party, directly through their in-car infotainment system. In models equipped with a passenger display, Audi's active privacy mode, a unique digital curtain that blocks the screen from the driver to prevent distraction, allows the front passenger to enjoy gaming while the vehicle is in motion. Previously limited to parked scenarios,
Release me. That's it.
in-car gaming
Previously limited to parked scenarios.
Oh my God.
is now a seamless part of the Audi experience, keeping non-driving passengers entertained throughout the ride.
I'm not even kidding. How many weeks after this comes out till a very serious crash happens? And this is the
Right.
reason. I'm
Well,
serious.
if it blocks the driver, I don't know
Quote,
if mine has that.
quote,
Crazy.
this is a game changer for in-car entertainment. With Audi,
If you've got a couple of kids, I could see this being cool.
we're redefining what's possible inside a vehicle, bringing gaming into motion and making every journey more social and fun, says Anthony Clicquot, CEO at Endream, the makers of Air Console. Quote, by enabling gameplay on the passenger screen in a way that prioritizes safety by not distracting the driver, we're taking a bold yet responsible step toward a future where cars are not just modes of transport, but platforms for shared digital experiences. The feature is now available in the Audi A5, Q5, A6, A6 e-tron, and Q6 e-tron model series equipped with Android-based infotainment systems in all markets where Audi operates. Dang it, Google, why are you logging me out right now? Google said release me. Hang on. Mid-reading.
Unreal.
I mean, if it's every Q5,
It's a Q5 with the infotainment, whatever.
I mean, I have, yeah.
Infotainment.
Where was it? All markets where Audi operates. This rollout reinforces Audi's commitment to cutting-edge digital innovation that enhances modern mobility. Pictionary celebrates 40 years, now behind the wheel.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, please get me out of here. Enough.
If my car has this, we should play it.
Easy
We
update
should go play it.
returns.
Easy update comes back. I'll drive around in my car and I'll just be like, "What is it? What is it? What's happening?
We should.
Tell
We
me what's
absolutely should.
happening."
All right. Moving on.
Hey.
Chaos. Moving on to every day that goes by, it just cements the fact that Lies of P is one of the greatest games ever made. Believe
Nice.
it. Fucking believe it. Fucking believe it. This is not hyperbole. This is not an overstatement. This is God tier Souls-like. Holy moly.
I love this museum, by the way. I didn't get to see a lot of it,
dude,
but
it's
like,
so sick.
yeah, but I mean, like that in your room with like the mammoth and everything in there.
Yes. So Lies of P Overture is out. It's $30 expansion. And
Oh yeah, and we didn't get to this before because it just shadow dropped in the middle of Summer Game Fest, which
Yeah.
I kind of guessed would happen because they're like, "Hey, we're about to send out review codes," and I'm like, "You don't have a release date."
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah. These freakos.
Yeah.
Just got I'm like warming up here. I got my wrench. We were doing okay though. We got pretty into it.
We get some Las Plagas vibes from these things.
Big
man.
time,
Yeah.
dude. 100% bioweapon freakos. So you can play this with a completed game whenever. It's pretty easy to access now. It's like, typical Souls-like DLC where it's like, all right, you need to have reached a certain point in the game, and then it's just kind of integrated into there.
Okay.
Or you can come at it if you've already beat the game, if you've already passed that, whatever. It's just like an area you go to. I don't want it's. You like access the thing and it does the thing. Okay.
Yeah, because it happens before, right?
Yeah, there is some, not a spoiler, right out of the gate. There is some time questions of what time we are in, because in the present time, the zoo has been destroyed. There are things that Jiminy is like, what is going on here? Not only where are we, when are we?
Okay.
So that is kind of one of the big mysteries of the story.
That's nice. You get behind the waterfall, but the waterfall's frozen.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. There are some really, really good characters added in this. Isla would freak out at one of them. Holy fuck.
Nice.
Really?
Like the coolest lady ever.
What's her name? I'm gonna search her.
What was her name? Like Elisa or Elisa? Chat knows. Chat will tell you.
Alyssa? Oh, the butterflies are skulls? That's nice.
Yeah. So totally new zones, new weapons. This also dropped along a quality of life update for the base game. You can turn the difficulty down if you so desire.
Dude, I saw some people freaking out.
I saw people freaking out
like, we need refunds. I'm like, you put 80 hours into that game. Be quiet.
Yeah. After a game has been out, like Sifu kind of did the same thing. The game had been out already, and they added this, so I really see no problem with that. But I don't empathize with the haters like that are so against it. But I do like when a game does have one difficulty.
Yeah.
Especially Souls games. It's just like, this is the difficulty of the game. For my personal experience, I like going through that knowing that it's a universally shared thing.
Yeah.
I feel more connected to everybody when there is just the one difficulty. It's like, okay, this is a thing we are all going through together in a way.
For sure.
But then at the same time too, it's like, let everybody have a story mode and just get through the game if they want to see it. Why should they be penalized because, they don't have extra time to put into it to grind or whatever, maybe they don't have the ability. Like, I totally empathize with that as well. So the game's been out for a while. There are difficulties now. Super cool if, maybe you tried it was too hard. Now you can hop in there and tone it down a little bit. The big things are the new weapons. Oh my God, Bloodworth. So one of the arms now is just a straight up double barrel shotgun.
Right.
It is so awesome. Immediately one of my favorite weapons of the year. You can just like blast it with L2. You use your weapon art gauge, but then you can charge it up and store a big blast in it. So just like running into a fight and then just having that double barrel shotgun ready to go. That's my dopamine. Are you kidding? Just blasting mutant freakos with a double barrel shotgun and a big wrench. Come on. Also, they added like a gun blade.
Right.
Which is another new weapon. So awesome. The Pale Knight.
That bear that you were
sword.
fighting earlier with the bear trap or whatever on its face.
Yeah.
That also reminded me of RE4. Reminded me of those guys in the dungeons.
These freakos remind me of clickers a little bit. They'll run at you like, just heavy on the Bloodborne vibes. The reason I love Life of P, I was thinking about this when I was playing, the reason it is a god tier, one of the best games ever, and the best non-From Souls game easily, is because it's 80% Bloodborne, 20% Sekiro. Mm-hmm. That is why
those bosses are very Sekiro.
You like, parry is in this game, but it is not a requirement. It is not like Sekiro, you have to parry or you're dead. Sorry. You have to parry, Makiri counter, GG. This, you don't have to, but it is there.
You say so.
You
it's
can
pretty parry focused.
That's where the 20% is coming from, Blood. Yes. Like, obviously it'll help you a lot and make your life way, 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 way easier, but it is not like Kazan where it's like, okay, if I don't parry, I just die no matter what. Like, you can get through fights without it. The bosses even. Like, one of the very first bosses is Puppet Lady. She's throwing puppets at you. And that's more about knowing when to be aggressive and attack head on and when to fall back, when to switch targets because she's throwing puppets at you, but you can also attack her. Some of the bosses are just super, super excellent. Talked about the crocodile.
Right, yeah.
In the preview a while back. It's the very, very first one. And, right out of the gate, this thing just destroys me. And I'm like, here we go again, settle into a Souls game, freaking unbelievably hard difficulty. And I was just getting demolished for like 5, 6, 7 times. I could not get the dodge right of its chomp move.
Right.
And then finally I figured it out. Finally I was doing like the proper timing, proper dodging, and then you just smoke it. I can relate to that all the time in like any Souls game where it's like you're just dying, and then you perfect it.
Yeah.
It's like such a good feeling and it feels so rewarding. And it really feels like the game is just on another level to be able to give you that feeling. From going from no hope, hopeless to like, oh, I destroyed that. That was easy because I watched the attack patterns. I used the mechanics the game is giving me. I adapted my strategy a tiny little bit and there you go, GG.
That gorilla took you out, though.
Dude, that thing is intense. Yeah, it's out of control. Yeah, just all the environments, the story, the vibes, the pace of this game. It's just beautifully paced. The DLC, bosses come fairly frequently. There's a pretty good handful. There's a handful of mini bosses, too, like insane, giant giraffe animal types that have like 4 animals fused into them. It might be later in the clip, later down. But yeah, I just love the enemy variety already in this DLC. That's what you want from a Souls DLC is, give me more weapons, give me different enemies, different environments. Yeah, it's like around in here. I'm going into the rainforest area. And then, of course, you can still go, oh my God, the insane kangaroos, dude, get me out of here.
Boy.
These things are so intense.
What's so funny is like some of these enemies, it's like, it would be scary if a non-mutated kangaroo were coming at you.
Yeah.
Or a gorilla were coming at you, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, there's no hope.
Get out of
And now
here.
you got this thing with these tentacles coming out of its freaking back.
And just like my tiny little wrench with no range whatsoever. I have since switched to the new gunblade though, and it is so awesome.
Nice. With those new weapons, are they paced out throughout, or do you get them kind of in the first third?
And they're pretty secret. That's why I was talking about this big. We're about to, I think, see one of them. It's like this big elephant type. But I got it was either the shotgun or the gunblade. I got a new weapon from an optional monster.
Okay.
Wasn't a boss, wasn't anything, but it was very challenging and unique looking. So I was like, oh, I got to kill this thing. And then sure enough, it dropped a new thing. So I was like, oh, it felt like a nice discovery where I was like, oh, this thing's over here. I don't need to kill it, but also it looks really unique. So like, I want to kill it and see what happens. And then it dropped. Yeah, I think it was the double barrel that it dropped. And then, of course, this is all tied back into, you can return to the Kart Hotel, which is your hub in this game, one of my favorite locations in a video game. You get new music, of course. Music is such a big part of Lies of P. Just like listening to the record player. It's just excellent. I highly recommend every chance I get, Lies of P, to hop in to play this game. I really think it's a masterpiece, an absolute 10 out of 10 Souls game in my mind for reals, and Overture just makes it better all the way around. Great addition. Yeah, here's this Freako coming up, I believe. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like it's to the left. Think it's over there. I'm about to fight it. Yeah, I don't know. I think I go back to like town here. Oh, well. Anyway, you can play it and find out for yourself. Any questions about Lies of P from the panel? Any comments, concerns?
Is this the girl you were talking about?
Yes! My God!
I can't figure out her name. Maybe Leah, but as soon as I saw her, I was like, it's probably her. Because God Almighty.
Yes. The story is so cool. Really, really cool.
Yeah, Leah.
Did you finish Overture yet? I know you thought it was going to be fairly short.
I am very close to the end. So there's the zoo. I don't want to give away too many of the environments, but there's a zoo. There's like a lab.
Okay.
I'm after that.
Got it.
And there's probably I think the place I'm at is a transitional zone for sure. I think it's leading me to the last zone.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So, just incredible, Blood. Love it so much. Play it. Play Liza P, everybody. And all these quality of life additions they added. It is so good. I can't. It just like you saw me. If you watch the stream, you know, chat, where it's just like I can't help myself but just feel the hype playing Liza P, because it's one of those games where you're playing it and you just feel how special it is. It's just like, oh, this game's special. Love it. More to come, I'm sure, down the line. So
yeah.
I love that we got this big, chunky, meaty DLC. That's my favorite thing. I always talk about that. It's like you have your game, and then like a year or so later, you get a big old DLC to return to a favorite game of yours while you wait for whatever's down the line. Like, oh, it's just such
Although
a
we
good
just
feeling.
heard that not doing that for Stellar Blade. We got to wait.
Yeah, now we got to wait. Yep, Stellar Blade, no DLC there.
We'll put that later.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the sequel.
I played it at launch, so I'll definitely go back to it because I know they added a ton of stuff and had a bunch of
they've had the Nikkei stuff and a billion ridiculous costumes, but yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah. All right, everybody. Fucking Liza P. I love it so much. We got more to come, but if you've been enjoying this show, take a moment to like, subscribe, ring the bell, spread the word about Easy Allies to everybody you know, and support us on Patreon. It really, really, really helps us out. It helps us keep going, keeps us alive. And if you want some info, you can go to info@easyallies.com. If you want to be a sponsor, elevate your patron pledge, if you will. But every little bit helps. So thank you, love and respect. All right, we are here, and it is time for another edition of Goaty Watch. Wow. We are in America also, so for the purposes of this segment, I will be calling it soccer.
Right.
I apologize to everyone around the world. Just calling it soccer for ease.
Well, there's two footballs.
Yes.
There's more than two footballs, and there's only one soccer. So yeah.
But wow, from Slow Clap, makers of Absolver and one of Gabby and I's favorite games of all time, Sifu.
Yes.
We now have a Rematch Soccer. Tell us about it, Gabby. What are your thoughts initially and where we are now?
So I trust slow clap. I trust slow clap.
Yes.
Sifu feels so good. Mash block. And it when you're playing Sifu, it really, you're doing all these cool things, and it feels so natural and not like effortful. You know what I mean?
Totally. You feel like a badass martial artist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that translates to Rematch.
Yes. Well said.
I've played many soccer games. I've played FIFA and, well, I guess just a lot
Mario
of FIFA.
Strikers.
Yes, I guess I've played Mario Strikers, I guess. Soccer as a concept, soccer writ large, is very important to me. So I am judgmental of soccer games, and I really love this game. I think this game, to me, achieves the closest feeling to like playing soccer with your friends, like in a random field in Central Park. Like that's
awesome.
What it feels like. But you're like a little bit extra like fit and professional. Though you do run out of stamina very fast.
The stamina management in this game is the name of the game.
Yeah.
It is tricky.
Yeah.
If you run out, it can be lethal, whether you're attacking or defending. You're on a breakaway, you're out of stamina. It's like you feel a little bit helpless. trying to recoup that.
And so there's 3v3, 4v4, 5v5.
Yes.
And Huber and I tested out a bunch of them.
Rotating.
Yeah, we were rotating.
Yeah.
Well, because
we would do a couple threes, a couple
the
fours,
meta
five.
is completely different
Yeah.
for each one. Like for 3v3, it's, you have one goalie and like 2 midfielders pretty much. So
aggressive.
It's all about managing your stamina and the breakaway. If you can get the breakaway, you hit R1 and it like makes you kind of gives you a burst of speed, and it feels like when you're watching a Premier League game,
someone does
and
that
like someone
little...
gets past the last defender, and you're like,
go. Just more shots on goal in general.
Yeah.
I feel like in 3-on-3,
yes,
because there's less defenders, obviously.
Right.
So it's just, just keep shooting at the goal.
And then the meta in the 4v4 is like.
I really like 4v4.
Yeah, I think
Gabby and I loved it the most.
Because I think it's a mix of like passing and like usually one person will stay back and be the defender, and then there'll be, 2 forwards.
Yeah.
And 5v5 is all about passing.
So technical, yeah. You do not hold the ball longer than 5 seconds.
Yes, you better be
movement.
You better be ready to hit square and lob that ball over to your teammate.
So I really love that aspect, and I was just thinking about, Blood, I want to ask you about this. I think about this all the time as a reviewer of video games, semi-retired. The quote-unquote lack of content, if you will, right? $30 game, you boot it up. That's it. That's the game. You got your 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5. There's no career mode.
Right.
There's no weird.
There's ranked.
There's ranked as well, but it's like the same 5-on-5 or whatever. There's no career mode or weird mini games. Not really a lot of content, but the foundation here is the game.
Well, what's funny about it is, one of those early comments when this was revealed was like, oh, it's like Rocket League without the cars, which is funny because Rocket League is just soccer. With,
It's called soccer.
But it's similarly like
that is very funny.
Like Rocket League is basically that. Like they have tons of cosmetics and things and flags and all those sorts of things. But like it is just a game. It is just a core solid game.
Where it's like if you have that extra stuff, the science of a review, it might score higher, even though like you would go through the campaign and maybe not even mess around with all these weird old side modes.
Yeah.
Where it's like this foundation is the thing that's gonna last. This is what's gonna be here in 5 years.
Yeah.
But I can also see the other side of just the format and the style of a review being like, well, there's not a lot here for the price, so we're gonna mark it down. Even though the core of the game is beyond phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's the thing, though. Is like, it's a sport game, right? And so it's like it's all about that. It's like as long as you can keep getting into matches and you're having a good time with matches and you're not getting up against people that are gonna obliterate you or vice versa all the time.
Yeah.
Like that's really like where it comes down to is like how well are they serving that kind of thing. I am curious what sort of updates they have planned.
Definitely a Sifu map and Sifu skin.
I mean, here's the thing. Right now, very cool. You can get a Ronaldinho skin.
Yeah.
Right.
Real money,
legendary. Though. Yes, real money. Legendary soccer player. I'm praying they'll have more.
Messi.
They must.
They got it.
Sure.
Messi's in Fortnite.
Yeah, great.
You gotta
Messi.
get him in there.
I want a Megan Rapinoe skin right
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Give it to me.
And when are the Olympics? And World Cup?
World Cup is next year.
Okay.
Olympics is 2 years from
There you
that.
go. So like that's a thing that I'm sure will be,
But
collaborated.
Yes. Oh my God, I can't wait.
Yes.
For the Olympics content or the World Cup content. Rather.
I do think that even though it's really just cosmetic, like they have done a really great job of making it stand out visually.
I love the look.
And
yes,
with the
me too.
the LED environments that kind of like mask that you're in an arena sometimes. And so that's something I could see them doing is like more of those arenas, like more of like, let's put you in like a street ball match or something,
Gabby and I played a ton the other day, and we were like, let's just play one or two, play a few, and then it was just like one more. We're
like, let's just get to level 5.
The matches are a perfect length.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You feel like you get really invested in one, and then it's over, and you're on to the next one. Just that one session, Gabby, really set me on the edge of like, okay, no, this game feels incredible, and now I am full on addicted.
It does say season 0 there.
Yeah, we're in pre-season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just that's like battle pass BS stuff mostly.
But I am
now.
curious. I am curious about stuff like that, like ranking modes, like being able to do like say like a custom tournament with your friends, right? Like if
there are custom, like if
you could get together like
totally,
like 24 people or something and do like 6 teams, like bracket.
I just got chills.
Yeah,
I like actually just got chills. That sounds so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that sounds so fun. I think the game is really intense at first. There are a lot of little mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
But
a minute to learn, a lifetime to master. The tutorial and the like little lessons and challenges you can do to get good at the game are so good.
Much better than Firebreak.
Yes. The onboarding, so good. And you can go back anytime and do like just passing or just scoring or just defending, just being a goalkeeper. Like, and being a goalkeeper is fun.
That's the next thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, no, I saw some of Huber's goalie shots. They were phenomenal. Being
the goalkeeper is in my top 5 things of 2025 now. It is so intense. And it feels so rewarding when you go on a run and you block like 3, 4, 5 shots on goal in a row to help your team. It feels so freaking good. And I love how, because being goalie is intimidating also.
Yeah.
I love how you rotate after every goal. Then you rotate positions. So really, you only
can actually
really
stay in that position.
Yeah, you can move out and swap, but it'll start you at goalie every couple goals, which I really like.
If someone is out of goal and like you run back to goal, once you get in there, it gives you goalie gloves and you become the goalie, so you can grab the ball with your hands.
Yeah, smart design. I think that's
really smart
super
design.
Smart.
So when you're a kid and you're playing soccer, no one wants to be the goalie.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I want to run.
When I'm goalie, I'm like, yes.
Right. But as an adult, like watching soccer, the goalie is like the hero of the game. Like I will remember Tim Howard's goalie work in the World Cup like for the rest of my life.
So sick.
And this game, like that's what Rocket League is missing, is there's no real goalie.
Yeah.
So this game captures what it feels like for like professional soccer, like how the rest of the team feels about a professional soccer goalie. Like,
so
we love you. You are.
Yeah. When you're on
so
the other
good.
end attacking, and then they like are taking shots on your goal, and your goalie's like blocking them. You're like, get it.
Like even when a ball would go by Huber or any of our other teammates, I was like, it's okay, good job.
Yeah.
Like, good job.
Yep.
You're a hero. You're a hero.
Oh, the emotes are perfect too. Everyone has been so friendly.
Yes.
Like we've been, again, the pickups are so fun, just 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5 when we're together, because we'll get a random or two, and it's just like, someone will do something wrong, and they'll just be like, sorry, sorry. Or like, they'll score a goal, and they'll be like, we got this. It's just like, yes.
And even like the other team will be like the clapping emoji or whatever, like, good job. Like, it's so friendly.
Yeah. This game is so fun, and it took me like I loved it immediately, and then after we had like 2 really big sessions of stream and like another big sesh. After that, I was like, yo, I am in for the foreseeable future on Rematch. Extremely good pick up and play game. Again, because the matches are only like 6 minutes.
They're so short.
So
and I think too,
hop in for a few before you go to bed kind of game now, dude. Wow.
And there's a free play, so when you're waiting to matchmake, you can go into free play mode. It's so easy. You press one button.
Yeah.
And then you can practice your moves. You can test things out. Mm-hmm. It's really easy to like recall the ball so that you can, learn to do bicycle kicks and shit.
When we were playing, we were winning a good amount, but then we lost a couple, and we were just like, God, we really need Radic and Mad Rise. Where are they? Where are they? Suit up.
But no, what I think is really great too about that length is
Answer the call.
it really does make it preserves that idea of that like every goal really means a lot.
It means a lot,
yes.
for
And
sure.
Yes.
And the fact that like, okay, if you are getting blown out for whatever reason,
Four goals.
you just got a couple of minutes, just get to the next round.
No, it's if a team goes up by 4, mercy roll, it's over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
even better.
great.
Yeah.
It's great. So
Yeah.
there's no insane like 8-0, 10-0, like it's 4 goals on to the next.
Helps whoever had to design the UI from having to do double digits too.
There you go.
Incredible game. Any other closing words, Gabby?
I don't know. Play Rematch. It's
Yeah.
so much fun.
It's super good.
I think
It's
there's
also super fun to watch though. Like
it's
know.
soccer.
you were there.
It's
I know.
soccer.
Like there were just times when like I would just get absorbed in it and I will zone out on sports so fast, dude. Like,
Yeah.
They've got the camera angles right. They've got
Yeah.
the feeling of momentum
Like the
right.
little electricity on the goalie is so
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
And when you dive and you save that ball,
So
or when you
freaking
like
fun.
lob it in from the corner, like also you can score as the goalie, which is hard to do in real soccer and a little hard to do in this. Maybe should be harder to do. But you can like lob it as the goalie and get it into the other goal. It's so much fun.
It's out of control.
Yeah.
Obsessed with this game right now.
And the character creator is really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, just you have your $30 game and you got, your optional premium battle pass and, you even have a little microtransactions. You can earn just about everything, but some things you need real money for, like Ronaldinho. It's like, have a little more customization, I think,
Well, you
for
should be
free
able
out of
to
the gate.
earn. You should be able to earn Ronaldinho.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Or just
Give me
just right at
Rapinoe.
launch having just a little extra hairstyles and
Yeah, I agree.
customization. It's like, let us go wild with that if we bought this game, $30
Yeah.
game
Well,
already.
I think
So
I think that we probably will get a lot of that stuff now that it's so successful. Like,
yeah,
they're talking about
you're right.
3 million players. Like,
You're so right, Blood.
so
That
good.
is. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. That is such a hard thing to kind of wrap my head around sometimes, and I feel like the industry as a whole, it's like, sure, Slow Clap had Absolver and Sifu, good studio here, big successes, but it's not some unlimited AAA budget here
Yeah.
or one of the biggest dogs in the park. It's like still a little below all that. So it's like, how much could they really put into this game at the start to begin with before they wanted to see if it was a success or a failure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like giving them a little bit of benefit of the doubt there, a little bit of that leeway is the right thing to do.
yeah, even the fact
But
that
now
they
it's where they
have
go from
such
here.
a solid
Yeah.
base.
Yeah.
Like at the start, like
Yeah.
that's pretty hard to pull off.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's so
good
good.
point,
I mean,
Blood.
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised because there's so many people playing. You said 3 million. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean that was days ago too. That's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
gone up again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it pulled a Fortnite and was like, actually, this is free to play, and we're giving the people who bought it a ton of like extra.
That would
sure.
be sick. That would be sick. Yeah. Get this into as many people's hands as
Yeah,
possible.
put it on
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus or whatever.
And then
put it
just
on-
play for a couple hours and it will grab you.
Yeah.
Even right away, again, it's so fun out of the gate. But as soon as we started learning the bicycle kicks,
Yeah.
the nuances of passing as well, just the
Yes.
simple nuances of passing seem simple, but it's like, no, there's a little bit here. You can like charge it up a little, kind of aim it when you're doing it. There's just a little bit of nuances that take like a minute to get used to. And then once you do, and you start locking in, unbelievable game.
Yeah.
Obsessed
Yeah.
with Rematch right now. I will slowly clap. Hell yeah. All right. Now what are they going to do next? It's crazy.
I know.
Sifu 2, hopefully. I want
please
more
give us
Sifu.
Sifu 2.
I
Oh,
want
for
more.
sure, for sure.
And give me Megan Rapinoe.
Yes.
That's a good call.
It's a
Give
really
me
good
Megan
one.
Rapinoe.
Need
Yep.
to.
Yep.
Got to. I think they will.
They better.
I think they will. That's a lot.
I mean, they have to sign. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But
Give me.
Yeah.
They have Ronaldinho.
Let me bend it like Beckham.
Wait.
Give me Drogba.
Wait.
We're gonna get our $20.
Give me
Ninja
Drogba,
Turtles,
dude.
$20 Ninja Turtles will come.
Give me Zinedine Zidane and let me headbutt.
Don, yeah.
Remember
Oh
that?
my god, learning the like headbutts too. It's good. It's really good. Also, there's this like impulse to always be holding the directional as the goalie. Mm-hmm. And it's like if you let go of that and just push triangle, you'll jump up.
Yes.
And
That's good.
is really essential.
Yes.
Pro tip there.
Yep.
Just triangle by itself, jump up. Because they're kicking up a lot. Next up, Switch 2, baby.
Yeah.
Here we go. A big little game.
Big little game.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
Bloodworth on the Switch. Excuse me, I'm sorry. On the Switch 2. This is a technically demanding game. So even though it is years old now, it is still an interesting test to see how it runs on the brand new Switch 2 hardware to kind of see where we're at. Bloodworth, you've been playing.
Yeah, I put in about 3 hours, and I had seen this, was surprised to see this, of course, at the Switch 2 event, reveal event in New York, and I talked to the guys and stuff there, and like, actually, even from what I saw there to the final release is definitely night and day. Like, some of the things that were bugging me.
Night City.
Like, are not issues
Night
at all
rain.
in the finished product.
That's one of my favorite things to do in video games, just shit like that, dude. Looking in the diner right there, they're eating. TV was on. I love just standing in places like that.
And that's one of the things.
We were just talking about that with Dawnwalker.
On this technical level, because obviously it's pretty clear, like if you know Cyberpunk, that like the density of the crowd is one of the things that was pulled back.
Yeah.
But it still has enough there that like it feels active. It feels like there's people moving around. It feels like people are living in this space. But the thing I really wanted to mess with, Huber, was all of these new control schemes.
Bloodworth's patented motion controls.
Yeah. So this here's the motion control tutorial, because they've got a bunch of different things set up. So it's like you've got the motion controls, you've got the mouse controls, you even have touch screen support if you're playing handheld.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah. So there's a lot of this stuff that they wanted to play with. And then like, yeah, here's the melee. And
motion control melees, that's badass.
yeah, so the way the melee works is I was expecting like Wii boxing or something, but it's a little bit more simple than that. You're just using the right side you do quickly, and you'll do quick hits, the combos. But then if you pull back, you'll get a little buzz. And then that's when you can hit with the strong attack. And then this is motion control aiming here. And
it does freak me out. The like,
Is that?
you get a little bit of that shake.
Yeah. That hurts my brain.
Here's one of the things that is nice, Huber, is that they have a bunch of different settings for the motion control. So you can have it so that it's always on, right? Or you can have it so that it's only on when you have your weapon drawn. Or you can have it so that it's only using it when you're aiming down sights.
Really nice features, Blood. I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's really nice to like sort of like find your comfort level there.
I really like that.
And
like just when you're aiming, so it's not.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And this is just holding the Joy-Cons? Or
Yeah,
like,
this is just Joy-Cons.
Okay. So you're not holding the whole Switch doing this?
Right. No. You can only use it in the
yeah.
Joy-Con mode.
Okay, yeah.
And then this is mouse control here. When I first turned on mouse control. But
Looks really good on Switch too, Blood.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
Yeah. The other things with the motion control that are really kind of nice little touches, you reload by just like cocking your gun to the side a little bit, like you're taking out a magazine, right?
Fun.
Like a shooter.
Yeah, like
a
friggin' Time Crisis,
exactly.
dude.
And then you heal by pulling the left Joy-Con up like you're pulling the inhaler to your mouth.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. So nice little touches. The only thing about that one though is that like I tend to like
RP slow-mo.
I tend to move the Joy-Cons around a lot when I'm holding them that way. And so sometimes, like, when I'm in a cutscene or whatever, I would just, like, move my arm up, and it'll be like this thing, like, action unavailable or whatever.
Because it's a cutscene, that's funny.
And then And then here's some with a bit with the mouse controls. You can see just like how much quicker like the movement and stuff is than using analog stick.
Are you analog sticking with the left hand for walking around?
Yeah.
Okay.
So walking around with
mouse looks really good.
Yeah, and then using the mouse on there. The one thing I would just say overall issue is just and I'm sure like I know like if I put more time into any of these control schemes, I will get more comfortable with them.
Yeah.
But just the ergonomics of the Joy-Con are still a little bit tricky for me. Like even just dual sticking it with the Joy-Con, because it's like down there a little bit, it's like a little bit harder to be precise with the analog stick.
Yeah.
And then similarly with the mouse, it's like because it's like thin and you've got the strap there, like just trying to like find the chance to get comfortable. And I actually did like grab a mouse pad and was like, oh yeah, like I can play on my pants. I can play on just like a table or whatever, but a mouse pad still makes it feel better.
Yeah.
We
And
need
like,
to release our patented mouse shorts.
exactly.
Seriously.
But like here, like, I just like took those guys out.
Yeah.
Now that I'm using the mouse controls in this chase. And there are other things like you've got to, get comfortable with like each individual weapons, like recoil.
Yeah.
And all of that, like guns that had more recoil going on. It's like, okay, I'm having a little bit harder time. Also, it's not just a straight up shooter, it's an RPG. So it's like, if you come up against some guys that are like higher level.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, a headshot of that guy and he's still fine. It's like, oh yeah. Because I'm not paying attention to any of the stats and stuff right now. I'm just running around. But then, the touchscreen. Oh, the other thing that's really nice about the mouse, and I wish that so the one thing it doesn't do is it doesn't just sense that you put the mouse down. You actually have to go into the menu and turn on mouse control. And I wish that I could just have the mouse there for like when I go into menus.
Yeah.
Because I still feel like these menus are like way better to navigate with a mouse than with a controller.
Yeah.
There's just like so many little things that it's like just easier to just like point and click on.
Yeah.
When you play a first-person shooter with a mouse, are you inverted?
No.
Interesting.
But the touchscreen similarly, like if you're just like holding it handheld, you can just go on the touchscreen and navigate the menus
It's really
that
nice.
way.
Inventory management that way. That's sick.
They also have the like what you would expect off of a phone, so like you can do the pinches and stuff on the map to like zoom in and out.
Fun.
Yeah. So there's a lot of
A lot
really
of nice features. Yeah.
nice things that they've thought about there. And then you've been seeing it for a good while, Huber. Like, it looks really freaking
It looks
solid.
really good for Switch 2. It's an older game now.
Right.
But it's still a big, open world, visually demanding game.
Right.
So I do give it a lot of credit
Yeah.
for running so well on Switch 2.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think that like there are definitely things that I see sometimes with like the shadows, where like the shadow here and there will be like a little rough, or like the reflections. There'll be things where it's like, okay, they pulled off a little trick here for where this puddle is reflecting, and like it's like reflecting the city behind the building, so they shouldn't be able to see that. Oh yeah, this is a fun little interaction here where like I just came up on these goons.
I was curious what you were doing there for a
Yeah.
second, Blood. I was like, oh, okay, Blood.
This is the other thing that
Jeez.
I would sometimes I would get the wait, here
Shootout
it comes,
in
wait
the
for
middle
it,
of the street.
wait for it. This guy just walks out and boom.
Awesome.
I didn't see it until I went back and watched the clip because I got finished taking that guy out and was like, okay, where's the other one? I was like, wait, where's the other guy? There's another guy here, right?
It was awesome.
It's because he got taken out by a truck.
Love it. Love it.
But and then here's a mouse control buying a hot dog.
Boo, don't trigger me with the stupid food in this game.
Oh, is that a pain point for you?
Yeah.
Because you don't eat it, right?
Yeah, it's like cutscene only.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't watch yourself eat it. You just click on it and get the buffs.
Lame.
But it's one of those things to me, Huber, where it's like if I'm not sitting there putting it side by side with the PlayStation 5 or PC, like I'm not actually feeling like I'm playing
A compromised
version.
And you can
I don't feel like I'm playing a potato version of Cyberpunk.
Well, the fact that it looks so good, and then in addition, you're getting those Switch features like the controls, the touchscreen actually sounds really nice for this game. Just like with the map and everything, and then obviously inventory. There's a lot of like inventory stuff. Nothing crazy. You're not like buried in the inventory, but still, that's really nice to be able to just like choop, 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 drag and drop and stuff.
Yeah, I really do. Like I said, I really do think that those menu things in Cyberpunk feel better with a mouse. I do think that was one of those games where like playing it on PC, where it's like I would play the game with a controller, but then whenever I would go into the menu, I'd grab the mouse.
Yeah, that's funny.
And that's why one of the reasons that I think it would be nice.
This is one of my
if it auto sense that.
This is one of my favorite scenes in this entire game.
The opening montage for Jackie. Yeah.
Time going by. It's so cool.
But that's the thing, too.
Frick!
But that's what I'm talking about with, like, how good it looks, because it's, like, the character models still have all of this detail. They still have, like, their chains dangling and all this stuff. And, like, the hair was one of the things that they were still working on when I saw it in New York. And now it's, like, there's some times where the hair can look a little bit weird, but a lot of times it's, like, it looks great.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with what they've got going on here.
Now we just got to see if The Witcher 4 can run on Switch 2. That'll be the next.
Considering that they're going for 60 FPS on PS5,
right?
Base PS5,
right?
It probably
It'll be right there.
It probably will be able to.
Sick.
Trying to think if
So
there's anything
cool.
else I didn't throw in there, but yeah, man.
And this does this come with Phantom Liberty and all
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Everything,
Phantom
right?
Liberty's
Full,
included.
Yeah.
It also has cross progression, so
Nice,
you can
All
take
that
your save file between the other platforms.
Cool.
Which is really nice. Of course, you got Judy in there.
I love your character's eyes. He looks very unhinged.
It took me a while to figure out what eyes I wanted.
It
Even though
looks-
I'm like, I'm just doing this for testing. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? I don't like these eyes.
Looks
I want
menacing.
something more than normal eyes, though. Yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest thing that the request is that auto sense on the mouse.
Yeah. Awesome.
But
Cool.
yup.
Encouraging. We, some may find it silly, but I really, really, really love playing old games on new hardware when they run a lot better. It's just,
Yeah.
for example, like Firebreak made me reinstall Control. I only played Control on PS4.
Right.
Now I'm playing the freaking like PS5 enhanced version, and it feels like a whole new game again.
Well,
I love that.
that's one of the
stuff.
things that's actually it's kind of funny because it's like, no, the Switch 2 version isn't better than the PC version. But in some ways, like when I first played it at launch,
Exactly.
there's so much mess going on.
Yes,
So like,
yes.
just to walk around in the world and not feel like it's going to break at any moment.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nice.
And I just went through that with Days Gone too. Like when that originally came out, it was a little rough around the
Yeah,
edges technically,
exactly.
and then now this remaster is like, whoa, just the true vision of the game can be unlocked.
Yeah, you can focus on it. Although in some ways I wasn't, like I said, it was like I was playing it more like open world FPS, and
Yeah.
like completely like none of the stats stuff was in my head. It's like, I don't know what, just put points into that, whatever.
Yeah.
What do I need to grab this gun off the body? I don't know.
I really want Isla to show the pictures for this next one.
Okay.
I will get them. Look
Oh,
up.
I put them in the folder.
Beautiful. There they are.
Yeah. Although
know,
these are old
you know.
pictures, you know this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh God. This is all I ever wanted after Arkham Knight, dude. Oh, let's get into it. Also this week.
Yeah, actually, I introduced it.
Also this week, Bloodworth.
IGN reported, which apparently they reported before, details about a canceled Batman game from WB Montreal that would have followed Arkham Knight.
Remember, we got Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League instead.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Instead, they had to go and make Gotham Knights.
Dude, all we've wanted since pretty much like Arkham City was, do Batman Beyond. Do a Batman Beyond game. Let's go. And that's not necessarily what this is.
Yeah,
but
Damian Wayne. Yeah.
Yes, Damian Wayne. The visuals of the suit, very reminiscent of Batman Beyond. It looks high tech as well, considering that, Arkham Knight is already like pretty high tech. This would be years and years later after that. So very Batman Beyond-esque.
Yeah. And it would have starred Damian Wayne, but it also would have had Bruce in there.
Kratos Batman, dude, with the friggin' Stone Cold Steve Austin knee braces because he can probably barely walk. Dude, he looks so awesome. My goodness.
Yeah. So what's funny is I gave Isla just the older things from 2021.
Some Dark Knight Returns.
Because these are the things that you were excited about.
Vibes, yeah.
But the reason this resurfaced is this week there was a ArtStation, which generally like resume portfolio kind of site that concept artist that had worked on the game and put up some other images of. Including like the faces of Damien and Bruce without the suits on them.
Yeah.
And I think there was like a killer Croc that was in there too.
Yeah, Croc always looking different, It's a little weird continuity-wise, but...
Well, that's the thing too, is it's not clear this would have actually been in continuity.
Yeah, but reason to believe because Arkham Origins is, and that was WB
true.
Montreal.
That's true. But that ArtStation post has now been pulled.
Wow.
Hence why we don't have the images.
Dang it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're still on IGN and the Twitter account that these came from. But yeah, it's definitely a little tricky situation there.
God, and just the thought of like what, like, again, I love Batman Beyond a lot. I feel like it's one of the most underutilized Batman things ever.
It's honestly kind of crazy they haven't tried it. It seems like a slam dunk.
Like a movie.
Yeah.
Or a game. I cannot believe we don't have one yet. It did debut in 1999, so it's only 26 years old.
They've had more recent Batman things that in others.
Was 1999 actually the peak of human civilization?
The Matrix.
I think it might have been, actually.
Because when was Bane? Bane was not that old, right?
Bane was 90s. Yeah, he's a 90s villain. Maybe 80s. I think 90s, though. Just the idea of putting, like, those Batman Beyond villains in a video game, like Blight or Ink, and how cool that would be. But they're making a game now, right? Rocksteady. Rumors that they're finally making a single player.
I don't know.
Yeah. There's word around the street. Another single player Batman game is coming, so we'll wait and see. Because we got Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad now, the hype and it'll be cautiously optimistic. Very, very cautiously now from whatever they do.
Little Nightmares 3 is out October 10th, Huber. So we got that good window. It's like we're in the spooky zone. We're not too late.
Coming up.
But Huber, they are going all in on Little Nightmares.
Supermassive.
Yeah, Supermassive is doing this.
They helped do the enhanced edition of 2. The main creators of 1 and 2 are not on this. They're on Reanimal.
Right.
So... But I always like to know who's making the game.
Right.
Just want to get that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is kind of designed more for co-op now as well. Mm-hmm. There's also, Huber, an enhanced edition of the original game that they've made.
Play Little Nightmares, everybody. They're amazing.
Here's the weird, crazy thing about it.
They're really short, too.
Its release date is the same day, October 10th.
What?
But if you pre-order Little Nightmares 3, you can play the enhanced edition right now.
Okay. I mean, it is industry standard. We keep talking about this pay-to-play early thing. It is such a thing.
I think they did say that it's going to be an upgrade.
For existing owners.
So that's good.
Perfect.
Or hopefully you get a choice, because I hope it doesn't like force upgrade. Like if you don't like some of the changes.
Yeah.
Because they did say like they're messing around with like changing checkpoints and stuff like that too.
Okay.
So
interesting.
So
fun, dude. Little Nightmares is so sick. And I love Little Nightmares to death. Truly just such a great series. So hyped for this. But I think I'm just a little more hyped for Reanimal.
Yeah, no.
Maybe a lot more hyped, actually. But
hard,
so hyped for this, too.
It's hard for me to get a real beat on, like, how I feel about this particular demo. It's like, it seems fine. The thing I played at Gamescom was not scary.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a little concerned.
There's a lot of non-scary parts in Little Nightmares. It is a little more on the disturbing, uncomfortable side, a little anxiety.
It just felt like they were trying to scare me and it wasn't hitting.
Whereas when I didn't play it, but I played for like 5 minutes, but I saw Reanimal at Gamescom.
Oh yeah, that was like
Some
creeped
scary
out like,
stuff.
right away.
Yeah.
Right away. Immediately.
Actually scary, yeah.
They also, Huber, they teased a VR game in the works, Little Nightmares VR Altered Echoes. No release date for that. And this is all part of a whole showcase.
Wait, say that again.
Little Nightmares VR
Yeah.
Altered Echoes.
Side game?
Yeah,
the Little Nightmares
universe.
universe.
It's a whole new,
Dude, what? I didn't hear about that. I missed that.
Yeah.
What?
VR game.
I love when they do little cool spin-offs in other formats. Like I'm so down with it. Like they did with Until Dawn.
They also have a comic book. They also have a podcast.
Oh,
they have all kinds.
I draw the line at podcasts, but I will try to check out that comic book too, for sure. Awesome. Little Nightmares. And isn't there a movie coming or some shit?
Yeah, there's something else in there too, I think. I didn't get every little thing that they announced.
One must exploit the Little Nightmares franchise.
It must be exploited, Isla.
They've sold 20 million copies. These two games.
Whoa. Whoa.
So you're pitching it like, oh, this underdog Little Nightmares. Like, no.
20
Little
million?
Nightmares is cooking.
What in the world?
Yeah.
20
I can say it because Damiani's not here.
Holy crap, dude. That is like Tears of the Kingdom numbers.
Yeah.
20 million. Wild. Okay. Little Nightmares needs no hype. Very cool.
Dragon Drive got a release date. It's coming August 14th.
Dragon Drive.
So 2 months away.
Shut up and drive.
For some reason, it's $20.
$20. Rematch is 30.
So this is tricky because we were just talking about Rematch.
Yeah,
and
it's
like,
so interesting.
It's just a very simple, bare bones kind of thing.
But if you're just queuing up for these matches and the match foundation is enough, like what more do you need?
Right.
It's such a weird thing because I feel like reviewers are gonna always penalize you for not having enough content when really there are some cases, like I feel like in Rematch, where you don't always need that extra content. You know? Like we always talk like the Battlefield days when it was like, oh, they're gonna add a campaign, they need all these other things, and like nobody even touched that garbage.
A campaign to Battlefield.
And it's like we don't even need any of that. So yeah, it's just an interesting thing I've been thinking about lately.
Yeah.
Because so, like when we saw this too and Rematch as well, there's always this demand for free to play. You know, free to play games and Game Pass have really kind of changed how we perceive value in games. So just been thinking about it a lot lately.
Yeah, it's just funny though because like, you know, just in this moment, like considering you just brought that up with Rematch, and that's like, I don't feel like Rematch needs more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I played this in New York.
Yeah.
And I did some rounds, and it was fine.
Yeah, Rematch is better than fine. That's the difference. Yeah, Rematch
But
is excellent.
I don't see myself ever wanting to go back and play it again. Like it's
this game.
It's Dragon Drive. Like
Yeah.
it's a neat demo of what you can do with 2 mice, but I don't know. The other thing that worries me too, and there are some things in Welcome Tour that were similar, where it's like, this is fairly strenuous in terms of mouse stuff. So I do wonder.
I was wondering about that.
If it will make you like put a risk of like injuries and stuff, like you know, tendonitis or whatever.
Carpal tunnel or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it would be carpal tunnel.
But I've always wondered about like wheelchair basketball and stuff. Like your strength and endurance in your arms must be just so peak.
They did make a point of saying that, you know, it's not about rushing to like be fast with the controls. Like longer motions will actually be better.
Yeah.
But it's you know, it's a game where it feels like I'm putting in physical effort while I'm playing. And so like I don't, after so many rounds, like I don't think I would like be able to like keep going another round.
That's so on
much.
brand for Nintendo, Blood. They love when you are working out and playing games at the same time. They love it.
Sure, you know, we'll probably see a Ring Fit sequel.
I just noticed in this previous shot that there's like a separate, where was it? Separate arena of like people in the background doing like races and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, let me here. See, there's like another course over here, and then there's like a racetrack
Oh.
back here with like
It's
yeah.
slaloms or something. Like,
Yeah.
It looks like that might be like you're in a lobby with a bunch of people and some people are waiting for their match.
Right.
Crazy.
So
yeah,
while
it's
you're
like
waiting,
a racetrack.
yeah. I think I do remember a little bit of that, but I didn't put it into context.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people on there. That's weird.
PSA to all game developers, we love hubs. We love them. Hanging out in a hub in between matches. It goes a long way.
So we'll see. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll turn around on it when we put some time in and people are out there playing, but it will depend a lot on those nuances of controls
Yeah.
and whether like there's actually a good group of people that
The competitive
stick with it,
nature of
yeah.
it, too.
and that it doesn't
balance
get
of-
too crazy.
Yeah. Finding that right balance.
Yeah.
Totally.
This week, members of the Xbox Insiders program, this actually I think went live this morning. I saw some people posting, are able to test out the new aggregated game library for PC. So this basically allows you to launch any of your installed games from the Xbox app. So of course, people go online and like, hey, I'm playing Spider-Man on Xbox. Right away, the clips are going.
Wow.
So it doesn't matter which platform the game's installed on. It recognizes games from Battle.net, from Steam, from Epic, etc. Although what was funny is the blog post almost went out of its way to not name Steam or Epic. It just, quote, leading PC storefronts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing.
Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
Yeah, early access insiders right now, but we'll be rolling out for
Play
the
anywhere.
general public by the end of the year.
Play anywhere on your ROG, Isla.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but
Living
that's
that ROG lifestyle.
but that's what it's leading towards, right? It's leading towards what you'll be able to do on the handheld,
Yep.
what you'll be able to do on the next gen console.
All
Seemingly.
your games right there.
Yep.
Yeah. For sure.
Be very interesting.
Definitely.
And this one, roll it, Isla. This is I'm excited and nervous about this because it's like this is really cool, but it's also going to be tricky for me to like actually play. Hotel Infinity announced from the makers of Manifold Garden.
There you go.
Remember?
crazy.
Oh,
Back in
yeah.
the day, I saw Manifold Garden in D3.
You loved it.
I
Yeah.
can't even look at this. I'm already getting motion sick.
Yeah, jeez.
Designed as a room scale PSVR 2 game. So it's designed with mechanics that will keep you.
1408, isn't that the horror movie?
Yeah,
Nice. That's a nod.
that is a nod.
Yeah, so it's designed so that it will keep you in the 2 meter by 2 meter space.
Oh, okay.
Because like all
So
of
you
these
do walk around then.
yeah,
That's
all of these kind of like
interesting.
recursive things and hallways that shouldn't exist and that kind of thing.
Chat says it's a room like. That's funny, broken logic.
I really love that puzzle that they showed where like the thing in the chest was the elevator button.
Okay, yeah, if you're only walking around in a 2 meter space, I could probably handle playing this.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They
I don't have a
Oh.
PSVR 2, but
Cool maze.
they're saying by default, you know, like they're designing it so that you never have to touch an analog stick or use teleport.
okay.
But because they also know a lot of people don't have those kind of room spaces, that you know they are designing options for those too. But the ideal way to play it is in the room.
How big is 2 by 2 meters?
2 meters by 2 meters. That's
on
6
2.
feet by 6 feet.
6 feet? Okay.
Yeah. A little bit more than 6
Roughly
feet, I
6
think.
feet?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, so it would be nice, nice to find a garage somewhere to play this for a weekend.
Yeah, call Jones. Crash Jones's house.
If we move the couch out, we'd have 6 feet by 6 feet.
Maybe close, but I'm not sure if we quite get there.
I guarantee it.
Hmm.
There's a spider in here. Where?
No, no
Where?
spiders.
Is it above me? What are you're pointing above my head?
Well, get it.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Get it out of
1408
there.
is a 2007
cute one.
American psychological horror film based on Stephen King's 1999 short story. It follows Mike Enslin, an author who investigates allegedly haunted locales.
Kind of a funny movie.
Bum,
Kind of a
bum,
fun
bum.
movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
Anyways, Hotel Infinity.
Sick.
Keep it keep an eye out so you can pull your PSVR 2 out of the closet.
Dope.
bought a PSVR 2.
Yeah, I don't have one.
We've got the Office one. I still got it at my place right now. But
Nice. All righty, we are just speed running this podcast. It is time for Love and Respect.
Love and respect.
If we get done early enough, we can go see if that thing is in my car.
Pictionary.
Go film that.
It's very funny.
So dumb.
From TZP2 Game Night. Hey there, allies. I wanted to ask you guys about game demos. Not the kind of demos that you guys get in shows, but the stuff you download off of NextFest or an eShop. What I realized about myself is that when I play a demo, if it's coming out sometime in the distant future, it's a good thing to play it. It gets me excited to put it on a wish list. But if it's already out and I don't buy the game immediately, I find that I don't ever play the game even if I'm waiting for a sale. It's almost like the demo gives me enough of the game that I don't feel like buying the full game. Do you guys ever do this? Thanks for taking my question, if you do, and stay easy, fellow allies. So, demos, whether it helps or hurts your desire to play the final game.
It's so interesting because it really depends by the demo, right? Like,
Yeah.
there have been plenty of demos. I mean, famously, I replayed the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo like 800 times and then
Yeah.
devoured the real game. There have been plenty of demos like Pragmata, where it's like seeing the game doesn't do it, but then you play it for a second and you're like, I get it. This looks cool.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of demos that do the exact opposite, where it's like, this looked cool, but then I played the demo and I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
out.
Well, and then
That's
some
the
demos,
worst.
like I remember Kingdoms of Amalur was like famously terrible demo that like turned
Oh,
so many
yeah.
people off of that game, and it was because like they handed it off to some other outsourcing team, and there were just too many bits and bobs that had to be intertwined in the code, and so
Crazy.
that demo just crashed over and over. Like people would just get about to the end, and like I think I got to the end, and then it crashed before I finished it or whatever.
Brutal.
It's just like.
That was like Tondo Ross was talking about the demo for Blueprints, and because that game is so intricate and the way that game works, he was like, the demo was pretty much the entire game, and he just had to limit by how many days you had.
Right.
Like, I don't think you could go into the like a certain area, but it was basically the whole game, so people kind of data mined it. which is
Yeah,
kinda
that happened with the
crazy.
Yakuza, remember? The Yakuza demos that was like, oh, people just cracked it to open the full game.
Oh, yeah, that's nuts.
What I was thinking about with this, Isla, was Billionaire.
Oh my god, yeah.
Billionaire.
Like, that demo was like,
That demo was
I
perhaps
played the game now.
Yeah, that demo was perhaps too generous. Although I did play the full game, and it does have a lot of extra stuff in it. And that the spider's coming over here now. Where? Oh, it's on the sound thing. Right there. It's right there. Anyway, maybe we'll have to go get the vacuum in a sec. But Billionaire is sick, and the full game is awesome. So check it out.
What else did I do that with? Neo. I played a
Oh my
ton of
God,
like
yeah.
the Neo demo, and then like I don't think I ever played the final game.
That's a good one. That's a
Like
good one.
hours and hours of that Neo demo.
Yeah.
I think Baby Steps was a good one where it's like I could go back and like do a lot more in that demo, but like
Yeah.
I'll save it for the final game.
Was it this one maybe? UFC on Dreamcast. There was a demo and you just had a couple fighters, but it was like the full you could just fight with those characters. Like who cares what fighter you are back then in a UFC game, whatever. Played that thing for like a year with my friends, just brawling with those couple fighters. And it's like we never needed the full game.
Right.
Shout out to the demo discs of our youth, dude.
The best.
Like,
The
they were
absolute
so
best.
good. And like they had the like demo scene like menus with music and stuff.
Yeah.
Came with a magazine, dude.
So
Kids are
good.
missing out.
The best. Dude, Ultimate Fighting Championship on Dreamcast for $10. That was a good game. Well, good demo.
Yeah, I think I did see somebody say something about that not too long ago. That like they'll, once the game's available, like they will actually pull the demos.
Wow.
Because it's like, this doesn't actually help us.
Yeah.
To just
That
give
makes
somebody
sense.
that thing for free.
I try not to play demos at all. I try not to watch trailers. I try not to play demos. I try not to play early access. There's too much shit that is already fully out to waste any time on early demos or anything whatever. My backlog is never ending, and it will never end. So why bother? That's always my logic. Alrighty. From LEL. Hey, allies. With Summer Game Fest behind us and Gamescom ahead of us, I just wanted to thank you for all the amazing work you do. Thank you. And I can't wait to see your coverage of the event. And to reinforce what you said last week, you guys are the best gaming podcast. No shade to Min-Max are kind of funny, but you guys are my number one.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Elliot.
you. Now then, as I said earlier, the next big gaming event is Gamescom. But there's another big event coming up that I'm just as excited for. EVO 2025. Now, I'll be honest, I suck at fighting games, but I love watching EVO. So my question is, are there any games or modes you like to watch more than play? Once again, thanks for all you do. So modes or games you like to watch instead of play.
Oh yeah, I mean I much rather watch fighting games and
Same.
sports games. That like I enjoyed watching you guys play Rematch. I enjoy watching you play baseball games or wrestling games.
Yeah.
They're
so fun to
zero
watch.
desire to play it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like watch you, it's fine.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to play the wrestling games.
Yeah,
I
no.
Those are fun streams, but I don't want to be on the controller.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I really like fighting games to play. I mean, obviously Mortal Kombat is like, I love it more than all the other fighting games, but I still like to mess around with Soul Calibur and Street Fighter and stuff. But
Yeah.
I do like
I'm just,
Soul Calibur.
yeah, but I'm just so bad at them, Isla. It's just insane how bad you go on. Like
Yeah,
you go
trash.
online
I'm
and you
so
just
bad.
get destroyed. So I kind of like just watching the pros.
Yeah.
It gets demoralizing after a while, Like I'll play the campaign, I'll do all the side modes, go onto the ladders for a couple weeks maybe, but after that it's like, all right, I'm good with I'm good taking a break after my 15% winning percentage.
Right.
We streamed a game a while ago. It was like a month ago or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was like I remember realizing like it's the quintessential like perfect game to watch, but I had no desire to play it. But
Yeah.
I loved watching you guys play it.
Yeah,
What the hell was that?
What was that? That was recent.
I
I
don't
remember
remember.
that.
Yeah, it was like a month ago.
Yeah.
Was it Neighbors or?
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, no, I didn't enjoy playing.
I forget. Yeah, I forget.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah,
Maybe
I
not.
like watching fighting games.
Yeah, fighting games are really good to watch.
Also StarCraft. I loved watching StarCraft, but I loved playing StarCraft too equally as much. But that was maybe like my favorite game to watch.
Yeah.
Or StarCraft
No, I
matches.
get completely lost with StarCraft or with like MOBAs or
League,
something.
MOBAs,
like
yeah.
it's like I know that like there's a huge audience for that stuff, and I'm like, yeah, man, I don't get it. But that's why one thing that's actually fun too though is when there's something that you're into and you've been playing. And then you go on and you watch somebody that's put in like 50 or 80 hours
Yeah.
already, and it's like they've got the whole thing down. Like Night Rain was like that, It's like it's like you just poke on and like see some of your friends playing. It's like, oh, okay, you got this whole thing downloaded. You've got your strategies worked out before you leave the hub and everything.
Yep.
It's really jarring then when someone doesn't know the strats because like they're going off to do something else and you're like, this is wrong. This is the data shows that this is definitively wrong. Don't go there. Don't do that.
Seriously, boy, Night ran with a freaking spreadsheet at this point. Like, my God.
It's a simple flow chart. It's a simple flow chart.
It's crazy. Love it. Dude, Night Rain rips. It's a really good year for multiplayer games for no reason. There's a lot of good variety this year for multiplayer gaming. It's fun.
Split Fiction.
Yeah, co-op and competitive. It's a really cool year.
Yeah.
A lot of creativity.
We're playing Peak on group stream.
That too,
A lot of people have been
yeah.
playing that, so it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Because like I just barely know anything about it, so I'm curious.
So awesome. Let's play a game.
Rufus is gonna go do a
Encore.
encore.
All right, from Frankie. The game is Mario Kart or Wario Fart Vroomsday.
It's back.
Greetings, allies.
Hello.
With the launch of Mario Kart World, 20 new racers have joined the all-time kart racing roster. Since the game treats every different costume as a different racer, the roster for Mario Kart World has a whopping 153
Goodness.
different racers. It's probably more notable if a racer is not in Mario Kart World, honestly.
It is not a very efficient way to organize a character sheet. I will say that.
I know. Let me just highlight the person and then just
choose
have
the costume.
have
yeah.
all-
No, you can sort.
I would
You
not.
push the
You
sort
can
button.
sort by people.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just push the X button and then it just shows them all the peaches
Boom.
or whatever next to each other.
Okay,
Pro
I
tip.
did not know that.
Pro tip.
That's still weird as hell. But
Pro tip. Thanks, Blood. Blood's been playing. Blood
does
on the
Rosalina
tracks.
count as a heavy still?
What's that?
Rosalina, is she a heavy?
I have actually. What's funny is I haven't looked at stats in this game. I know there's some
Yeah.
people that are like breaking down the metas or whatever, but I'm just picking who I want to drive as
yeah.
and picking the card I want.
Same, yeah.
Whereas in
Rosalina
8, I was
Rosalina.
always looking at those meters.
yeah.
It's like, oh no, that it's I gotta have this glider even though I want that glider.
Yeah.
Because I need my meters to be balanced out.
Oh yeah, I just realized they don't let you choose wheels and gliders in this one.
No, yeah.
Streamlined.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh. But there are way more carts.
Yeah, but I think your characters have stats that play into, yeah.
Interesting.
And the coin thing I told you about was so bizarre.
Oh, that they different.
Lightweight,
Yeah,
heavyweight,
the coin thing is nuts.
early coins, later coins, depending on the weight class. It's weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, below is a list of drivers and their outfits from the Mario Kart franchise that may or may not be playable in Mario Kart World.
Okay.
Which racers made the final cut? Here we go. There's 12 of them. Number 1, Aviator Mario. Is he in World? Yes or no?
Okay, so we're saying.
They're
just
saying,
to
are
get
they
there?
in Mario Kart World?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's an aviator for Mario.
Yes.
Okay.
Vacation Peach.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Pit Crew Toad.
Yes.
No.
No. Pit Crew Lakitu.
Yes.
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 Okay.
Petey Piranha.
He's in there.
No, that's a tricky one.
Oh, it's a different piranha?
No Petey
The
Piranha.
plant is in there.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
piranha plant, but they're not a PD.
No Petey. Petey DLC?
PD's the
Justice
one with
for
the
Petey.
flower around it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Petey DLC Blood, what do you think?
Oh, it's
One of
all
the
we could
early
have all
added-
kinds. We could have all kinds of DLC for this game. It's going to be crazy.
Kamek.
No, he's an item.
Yeah, there's a power that Kamek's power, but I don't think he's a character.
No Kamek, yeah. Vacation Birdo.
I don't think I've seen it if it is in there.
I don't think so, but I'm on the fence.
Yes.
Hey, Nintendo says trans right.
Pink Gold Peach.
No,
Pink gold?
Pink Gold Peach.
I
it was in
don't,
the last one.
I don't think so.
Nope. Party Time Pauline.
No, she only has two, the regular and the racer. It's trash.
And then is the Amiibo one as well? Is that a separate?
I don't know. I think she
Is
only
there-
has two.
I haven't even used an amiibo.
Or is there an Amiibo one? Remember the cool Pauline? Was that in Donkey Kong? Am I
That's
getting
Donkey
confused?
Kong.
Oh
Donkey
yeah,
Kong.
and we found out that they had said that you don't need the amiibo for that.
Oh, okay,
it's
great.
just like an early
Oh.
unlock. Yeah,
Nice.
Was that true? I was trying to look that up and
it was like
verify that.
literally in the trailer.
Nice.
It's
Oh,
just
okay,
one
good.
of those fine print kind of things.
Party Time Pauline? No. Aurora Rosalina.
Yep, it's one of the best.
Oh yeah,
outfits.
that's the greatest costume
Yeah.
in the game. She's incredible. She's beautiful. She's perfect.
Cheap.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You can play as a little fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, Pac-Man.
No.
No.
No Pac-Man. While we're talking Mario Kart, Nintendo did DK and Pauline dirty.
Yep.
Only one alt
Yeah,
costume.
it's crazy.
Only one alt costume.
Yeah.
Here's to hoping we get more after Bonanza. It's all part of the marketing.
That
Million
does,
percent.
That does suggest to me that they'll have like some kind of Bonanza pack.
That
Totally.
makes so much sense.
That's too much
I
sense.
because
hadn't
there's so
thought
many
about
costumes
that.
in
Yeah.
that game.
I hadn't
100%.
thought about that, but that's so real.
100%.
Oh my god! And if it's like they're waiting because it has story implications, like that Pauline and Donkey Kong get like certain costumes in that.
I don't think
game.
it's necessarily story implications, but because there's so many costumes in that game, I'm sure there's going to be some like standout ones
Yeah.
that they'll bring over.
They might even wait
But at the same time,
to
it's
see
like
what
I don't
the
know,
people
like
respond to.
all they like.
What motion of a mouse gives you carpal tunnel?
What's that?
Nothing.
Nice.
Carpal tunnel would come from the clicking, not the mouse
Oh, okay.
motion, right?
I don't know. You're the expert.
I don't know.
Because carpal tunnel is
I
your
hurt
fingers.
Right here. My whole arm is
So it's more
inflamed.
keyboard and
Carpal tunnel is your wrist.
I know, but I don't have carpal tunnel, but I'm inflamed
Is
here
it?
from too much
Yeah.
gaming. I'll tell you that.
Okay, I could be wrong. Anyways, but no, like there's just so much more they could have done with the Donkey Kong just compared to like the other guys, right?
100%.
It's just so crazy.
They're waiting.
Yeah.
It causes numbness and tingling and pain in the hand and fingers due to compression of the median nerve in the wrist.
Wow.
Okay.
Weird.
Don't like
So
it.
it's kind of both.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, because
symptom is in the hands, but the cause is in the wrist. Anyway, sorry.
Got it.
Yeah.
Huber, the thing that the Donkey Kong is all terrain Donkey Kong, so he's got kind of like BMX kind of pads on.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. And the Bowser like Terminator biker one.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
sick.
It's like there's no biker Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Like where's that?
Yeah.
Where's like even like the have the Donkey Kong spaceport.
Yeah.
With the big Robo Donkey Kongs. Like make that a costume. Like
Yeah.
why is
Give me retro looking ones too. Like let me look like I'm straight out of Nintendo 64 Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
know?
people have been theorizing
me
about
some old
that
ones.
for Bonanza actually,
Yeah.
because there was an Odyssey Mario 64 outfit. So
So cool. By the way, before we get to this week's bets, Easy Allies patrons are getting 2 bonus love and respect questions that are so fun, including Naked Snake's movie list.
Whoa.
Interesting. So if you want to get in on that extended cup, consider becoming a $5 patron on patreon.com/easyallies. Get in there. It really, really helps us out. You get this podcast 2 days early and ad-free, so really good value there. You get into the official Discord where jolly things are said and go down, and you can submit questions to Love and Respect. We need your support and we need your questions. So get in there. Do it. And if you really want to help us out, you can join one of our producer tiers. Our platinum producers get a shout out on this podcast each and every week. They need no introduction. Jabawabs and Elfanis. Shout out.
Wow.
Couple of legends.
Introducing them is part of what they pay for.
Yeah.
They do need an introduction.
They do. They do indeed. But they are legends. Let the legend come back to life. Now come join us on Patreon for those bonus questions. That's patreon.com/easyallies. It's time for bets. Not Mookie bets, just bets. Dodgers won today. We are officially, we had the first game past the halfway mark. There's 162 games in a season. Today was number 82. So we're right
that's a lot.
past.
That's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games.
That
It's
adds
a
up.
beautiful thing. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. The slow crawl
There's
towards
only
October.
365 days in a year.
I know, and then if you count the postseason and preseason blood, it's like almost the whole year. It's the best. It's the best. All right, Mecha Break, a game I am cautiously optimistic and watching.
Oh no, I think that game's solid.
Yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. It comes out this Tuesday, actually. This time next week, Thursday. What will be the highest view count for the #1 live stream on Twitch? So whoever has the most viewers, what will that number be on Twitch for Mecha break. Damiani is out. No bet. That hurts. Really pays to. You really get screwed by missing on the podcast. You know, you don't get your bet in. How about you, wicked worm Bloodworth?
Going 864.
864. That's a good bet.
I don't know if that's low or high. It could go either way on that. Twitch is crazy.
It's a really good bet, actually. Blood, I like it. Whimsical Scum Isla.
I was gonna do higher, but I did 444.
444. That's a lucky number.
Nice.
That's good vibes.
I hope so.
The first thing I'm doing in Vegas tomorrow, I'm gonna put $5 on 4 on the roulette wheel.
Okay, all right.
You know that
Don't
pays
forget that fan mail.
$5. That pays 35 to 1.
Wow.
Punish Castellanos Dawn.
He's coming. Hang on. 4,800. You okay? What the hell happened? What?
I didn't catch what happened.
He got 4,800 and hurt himself somehow, and I didn't see it. I don't know.
I didn't see it either.
The Strange Valentine, Gabby.
1K.
1,000.
We're looking for numbers, Gabby, not letters.
And the
My
Huber,
God.
Help!
myself, the Fancy Stars member. 3,150.
Oh, okay. I'm on the low.
Wow.
I just hope there's like
I had lower than you, but
somebody.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm the low side of things.
I hope there is somebody in like Brazil or Europe or something that has like 4,000 people watching and we are golden.
Oh yeah, I mean, you just need one big streamer. And,
Exactly.
And it's out of the park.
Shout out.
But I mean, I've seen some of the big ones. They'll be like 2,000, 5,000.
Yeah. All right. Death Stranding 2 reviews. This is last week's bet.
Mm-hmm.
Death Stranding is out officially today, I think, for everybody.
Oh yeah, it's 26. Yep.
Yeah. So I hope you've been transporting your cargo.
I've been like holding back because I want to finish Altars first.
So fun.
Before I get into Death Stranding, especially since they're like both games where you like walk around with a backpack.
It's so fun.
Oh, and then you're the other way. You're on Death Stranding. When
Yeah.
you finish that, you need to get to the Altars.
100% altars new. And I'm still just clearing out my backlog, Blood. I was playing like Yakuza last night, like a dragon.
What?
Not they're pirate Yakuza.
Right,
that game came out in January. I still
True.
haven't finished it yet. You know, that's
True.
unacceptable. Still haven't even finished Assassin's Creed. Shocking, I know. There's too many freaking games. But Death Stranding 2's out. And last week's bet, we asked how many times will we see the words film or movie in the top 10 English reviews on OpenCritic? Damiani said 11. Bloodworth said 31.
That's 7.
What?
That's a
7.
7.
I don't know why I said 11. 7-11. That's
7-11.
craps right there. That's craps. 7-11 wins on the pass line bet. Okay. Come out roll. Damiani said 7.
you okay?
I'm ready to roll the dice. Bloodworth said 31. Isla said 18. Dawn said 33. Gabby said 3. And I said 16.
It's a good spread there.
Yeah. Cloud dosage, 0. Gaming age, 0. Entertainment geekly, 0. Game8, 2. CNET, 2.
I got a couple of game mates.
IGN, 1. My favorite, Eurogamer, 4 times. The Gamer, 1. Games Radar Plus, 0. And my other favorite, Game Informer, 0. Bringing the grand total to 10. And the winner is Damiani.
Whoa.
Damiani by... Yeah, he was 3 away. I was 6. Gabby was 7. Isla was 8. We were all right there, but Damiani got there closest. So there you go.
Yeah, what was fun, Huber, is like, I believe the intent of that was like, oh, this is like a movie or whatever.
Yeah.
But actually, the guys that used it,
Yeah.
it was more about like, oh, you know, this is like a reference to, or
To
this was inspired
movie.
by this.
There's so
or,
many ways
Yeah.
that movie or film can be used in a Kojima game.
Exactly, yeah.
It's insane. This director is in this movie of these films.
Well,
you know,
exactly,
it's
because
like-
was it George Miller, right?
yeah, George Miller, Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah. That was the one.
Yeah.
That was the one where I had to oh, that doesn't count, but it's so close because
Yeah.
it was filmmaker one word. Is what they used.
Filmmaker, yeah, that's a borderline.
If they had done a 2-word filmmaker, it would have counted, but they didn't.
Chat points out that Damiani would have won if his bet was 7 or 11.
There you go.
True.
7-Eleven.
But he was just
So there
making
you
up
go.
numbers, though.
Yeah.
Huber just
I
doesn't
see.
know
I
how to
just
read.
see the dice in my brain. We call 11 at the craps table yo. It's called yo.
Okay.
I don't know why. All right. Promotions. The
Scoreboard.
beautiful. Huh?
Scoreboard.
Scoreboard. Dawn in the lead with 7. Punish Castellanos.
He's editing.
Okay.
And Damiani, the arrogant child, now has 3. So there you go. And it's pretty close. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 7. Hanging in. We're hanging tough. All right. Like I said a moment ago, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach is out now. That is a top tier entertainment product. That's how I like to say it. You can check out our impressions. Isla and I chatted about it. We'll get a lot more of our thoughts out there in the coming days.
Yeah, when we get
and
Damiani
weeks.
back, gotta get his
Damiani, let people play and form their own opinions as well. Get further. Watch out for those spoilers, super spoiler heavy game. We also have a Shadow Labyrinth preview.
thoughts. Yeah.
Bloodworth and I talked about it. Isla, Quantum Witch interview.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. It was cool. Check out that
Sick.
interview.
Sick.
Very interesting story.
Yeah, and we got a bunch of traveling to do next month, so heads up that our live recordings will be on Tuesdays for July 8th and 15th. The public episodes will still go up at the usual time, but patrons will get them as soon as they're ready. So, Damiani won it.
Yeah, we gotta figure out what to do now.
Who wants it? I want to shout out.
Okay.
I want to shout out Rematch, dude. Let's go. Rematch. Shout out to this game. I always get a little nervous when a game is just one thing, My initial review brain and my little bit of hesitation was okay, this is it. This is it. More than enough. It's more than enough. Playing this game with Gabby was a 10 out of 10 experience. Playing with some patrons. We're going to go pro. We're going to get the patrons in there. Get ready. Mad Rise, rise up. You too, Radic.
I'll also shout out, I'm guesting on a stream with the seller letters in
Oh,
about
yeah.
an hour. We're going to read spooky stories.
Ooh,
Nice.
Just tonight, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so check that out in the past if it happened, or I don't know, whatever.
Super
It's gonna
cool.
be sick.
Consider that a final word, I guess.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I'll sign off. We'll see you before the next blood moon rises.
Not Mookie bets, just bets.
The Easy Allies would like to thank our Patreon podcast producers. We apologize in advance for all the ally names we are about to misspell and mispronounce. Jabawabs, L. Thanis, Alexander Zirianov, Jay Shee, Jesper Popmel Dufay, 44 Stars, Andri, Brandon White, Brian Kruger, Daniel Martinek, Douglas Chomich, Faraz Rizvi, Garrett Holfish, G. Levin, Hayden Hargraves, Jesse Blue, Luis Ibarra, Miguel Rivas, Mo Grant, Paul Sway, Ronka Q, Robert Stoffel, Sam Handrick, Stomps, Stepan Hakobian, The Banana Forklift Killer, Chum Nguyen, Zigazich, Anish Dor, Aaron Haney, Accounts Payable, Alex Monaco, Anacroth, Andreas Risberg, Anthony F., Anthrioni, Arthur Lau, Barry Tomasini, Brian Foster, Bunny Chen, C.S. Lewis, Katie Garza, Chief Uhu, Chris Eccles, Christopher Santis, Clay Roberts, Colin Montoot, Connell Sumlin, Corey Jackson, Corey Landega, Crumb Eyes, Cyberboa, Dan Sebring, Daniel Kozlowski, Daniel Wong, David Aniki, Enya Hink, Eric Tobias, Ethereal Ether, Forever Ender, Forrest, Gabriel Smith, Jen Woofles, Gino Elite, Gustav Strombaum, Harrison Holt, iSun Chor, Ian Anderson, Gerald, Jesse Wilkeson, Jesus R., John McCullough, John Prey, Junya Motomura, Carl Williams, Keegan Boyle, Kevin Gillet, Kroldemort, Leon Keys, Lion Crown 19, Marco Hernandez, Materia Addict, Matthias Clare, Max Miller, Miguel, Nefertiti Jenkins, Nycrypt, Nick Hill Sharma, Ninja Kitty Meow, Ono Turtle, Orugachino, Pablo Rodriguez, Patrick Held, Pixelated, Pulphead, Ray Aldiar, Reed Johnson, Richard Ma, Ritz 1906, Robert Seven Lee, Robin, Ryan Rutger, Sage Mode Q, Salvers, Samuel Copeland, SD Prima, Sebastian T, Servino, Sean Johnstone, Cito, Strikeout NZ, Tadashi 047, Taffy 9K, Tim Strothman, Tomovi Kioni, Tony Tarantino, Travis Ing, Wouter DeHaze, Yami Zetsume.